Y'all don't really want it like here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like E-double-L. I said so, I keep big bills up in my hood on the dirty like Blitz. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful and I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full line. In it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Have some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop up my four of your friends. Man, please, this shit ain't cynical.
What up, what up, what up, football fans? Welcome to another episode. Hold on, sorry.
Jamming.
Sorry about that. Little complications. Welcome to another episode of the Blitz, brought to you by Game Changers Media. I'm your host, Big C, and y'all know the host, co-host, Mike Jones. What up, Mike?
What up, man? Happy to be here. Had a good holidays. Episode 37, Pick'em Friday. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Sorry, folks. Trying to check my audio to make sure it sounds all right. Got a new sound card. So I'm just trying to make sure it's all copacetic. Copacetic.
Copenhagen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, be right. We'll be right with you. Trying to get this pulled over in the chat too. Jesus, all types of difficulties tonight. I'm trying to put the link over in the thing and for anybody that wants to join tonight, and it's not going over. Whatever. So another Friday is here. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I know me and my family enjoyed ours. How was your Christmas, Mikey?
Oh, it wasn't too bad. Had the kids and some nice relaxing time, but I mean, they were happy, so I was happy. So it was pretty good. Pretty good.
I think I'm trying. I think I might be in the middle of passing a kidney stone. I've never had one before, but oh boy. Ooh, Nelly. It's not feeling the greatest.
Here comes the boom.
The rib cage there. But yeah. Oh man, a lot to talk about in the football world. Bunch of games coming up, starting tomorrow. We had football on Christmas. We had a Thursday night football game, if you want to call it that. I think it was absolutely garbage trash. That's why Thursday night football is so bad. Like, there's not enough preparation time. Teams don't. I just don't feel like they have enough time to get their game plan in order. Players are not fully recovered from the week prior, and it makes for a shitty product, to be honest. Seattle wins 6-3 against the Bears. Absolutely embarrassing showing from Seattle, who's supposed to be a playoff team. And then the number one pick in the draft, Caleb Williams. Now, I hear a lot of people asking if Caleb Williams is a bust. I think that is a overreaction if I've ever heard one. Since when did we start calling players a bust after the first year?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't come in and light the world on fire like we've seen some rookies do, but to call a kid a bust after one season, I mean, I just think that's outrageous. Aaron Rodgers sat on the bench for 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna call this kid a bust after not even a full season? I don't dig it. But
yeah, I think I'm right there with you, man. You just don't have enough. You don't have enough sample size, and the guy hasn't even had a chance to progress yet. So,
I mean, there's going to be a learning curve, and yeah, some people. I mean, these college teams are running more pro style offenses more than ever before. But still, like, give a guy a chance. Give him a couple seasons at least. One season, and you're ready to label him as a bust and draft another one. I think that's outrageous.
Yeah, it's not even that. I mean, look at the coach they had making bad decisions, and you got another coach doing similar stuff. So, I mean, you can't put that on him. He can only develop as good as the coaching staff and people around him. So, yeah, it's definitely not fair.
There's definitely been some bad coaching decisions from the Bears this year so far.
Yes, sir.
News around the league. The Cowboys have decided to sit out CeeDee Lamb for the rest of the year. This is the time of the year that we usually see this when teams don't really have anything to play for. There's no reason to send out your star players, especially when they're nursing injuries. Go ahead, take the rest of the season off, get yourself healthy for next year. There's just no need to send them out there and risk further injury and further complications. And I can't say that I didn't see this coming, because it happens every year. Every year there's a certain number of players So I expect that list to continue to grow up this week when maybe we get to see what the full playoff picture is going to be. Also around the league, the Miami Dolphins have decided not to activate outside linebacker Bradley Chubb. This is another one of those things. Bradley Chubb had major knee injury last year. We expected him back probably 3-4 weeks ago, and I guess he just didn't. He didn't look good enough for the coaching staff, and they decided to just shut him down. I believe Bradley Chubb could have probably played his last game for the Miami Dolphins. He has a huge salary cap hit on us next year if we keep him on the, and we can release him and save about 18 to 19 million in cap room if we cut him. So unless he's willing to take a pay cut and rework his contract, Bradley Chubb's probably on his way out. Derek Carr and Kamara out for the Saints this week. I wouldn't be surprised if they shut them down. They have nothing to play for. And then some other big news. Deshaun Watson has decided him and the Browns have come to an agreement where they're going to rework his massive contract. And obviously this contract has been a complete nightmare for the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson has not performed, not even close to the caliber of player that they expected when they gave him the first fully guaranteed deal in NFL history, a 5-year, $230 million deal. Absolutely outrageous that they even gave that deal to him in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, besides coming off injury, he had all the sexual allegations against him. And to be honest, I thought Deshaun Watson was a decent quarterback, but I kind of more seen him as a poor man's Lamar Jackson more than anything. And I didn't like the move. I thought it was foolish, and Cleveland is paying for it every day, but it looks like they're going to get a little relief. Now, he's not taking a pay cut. He's not giving any of that money back. He's just willing to work around it so they can have some cap relief and hopefully be able to put some pieces around him. I'm guessing he's going to be the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns next year. I do fully expect them to draft a young quarterback in this draft, but Deshaun Watson, there's never a question. There's just too much money owed to him to cut bait. He's going to be the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns next year.
Yeah, so pretty much what they did was added an extra year onto his contract to mitigate some of that money. But also what happened was I think they got $46 million due to him in the next 2 years. And by what they did, they can also release him next year and still save money, and it won't hit him as bad. So they kind of doubled up. So if he comes out next year and doesn't perform or isn't even close to that, they can release him and it won't cost them nearly as much. So, I mean, it was pretty smart. I mean, it was good for him for taking the deal. I mean, it's the best thing he could do, getting paid all that money and not putting up any good performance and, obviously going out. I can't, like you said, I can't believe the guy got that much money anyway. Not saying that he's guilty, but, the guy had sexual assault charges on him and, two
Close
of them,
to 30.
two of them the grand jury wouldn't indict him on two of them, and then the rest of the people were paid off. So, you take that with a grain of salt. I know that I do understand in the sports realm where people are making this kind of money. You get people that make accusations, but it seems kind of funny that over 20 people had filed a lawsuit against the guy. But I don't know what actually happened, but I think it was foolish of the Browns to do something like that anyway. You're taking a big risk, not only if some of those allegations come out with proof. I mean, look what happened to Diddy. Video come out and boom, he's in jail. So
Maybe
I don't know if I
Deshaun
want
was
to
at,
associate with that.
maybe Deshaun was at some of those Diddy parties.
He was diddling Diddy, or Diddy was diddling him.
I'm going to shoot some crazy numbers for you. The 63.8 million cap hit Deshaun Watson is against the Cleveland Browns this year. That's 6.6 million per touchdown pass. 7.7 million per start. 11.5 million per win. $450,980 per completion. And $47,498 per yard.
Mm-hmm.
For every yard this man threw for, he damn near had $50,000 in his pocket. That is insane.
For a guy who hasn't proved he was worth it.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, man, I hate to be the one to be that person, but I told you so. I told you this was gonna happen. The Kansas City Chiefs are gearing up for a Super Bowl run. They completely dominated the Pittsburgh Steelers on Christmas Day. 29-10 in Pittsburgh. I told you. Pat plays games. He's uninterested in the first part of the season. It doesn't interest him anymore. He's used to playing in so many big games that the random games don't matter to Pat. It's hard for him to get up for that. You know what I mean? Against that stout, talented Pittsburgh defense, Pat Mahomes was 29-38 for 320 yards, 3 scores. That's great numbers, especially since they were in Pittsburgh. His favorite target got involved. Mr. Swift. Mr. Taylor Swift. Travis Kelce, 8 catches, 84 yards and a touchdown. These boys, this is when they come alive. And the rest of the league better look out, because here they come. Here they come.
Should I stay or should I go?
Russell Wilson with another underwhelming performance. 205 yards, 1 pick. He did carry the ball 6 times for 55 yards and a touchdown. Russell struggled in recent weeks. And this Pittsburgh Steelers team needs him to come alive. They need him to pick up his play. If they have any chance of making a run.
Yeah, I noticed that, like, when he's up against it, he just kind of throws it up to Pickens. I mean, the guy's good, but you can only do so much with that. He's definitely got to find a way to spread the ball around, but he's also got to find a way to get more touchdowns. I mean, that's end of the day, it's time for points. We're about playoff time. You need to be able to put up the points, and he showed that a couple weeks ago. But here we go again, back to the mediocre numbers. And I don't know, man. I was hyped for the Steelers team when they made the trade and got them another receiver, and he did that, and then he was playing good. But then when you really look at the numbers, he was kind of like a Jalen Hurts type deal. He wasn't putting up the crazy numbers, but he did. He started hitting all these long passes to Pickens, and everything was golden. And it just seems like that's starting to come back. I don't know if teams are figuring out a different way to play them or what they got going on. But yeah, I mean, they definitely have some figuring out to do, or it might be a quick one and done.
Yeah, I mean, with how talented this defense is, maybe if they can get to 20, 21 points a game, they should win most games.
Mhm.
So he's got to figure out a way just to make a few more plays, and I feel like they'll be all right. But he's got to figure it out, and he's got to figure it out quick. Chances are they probably lost the division over their performance the last 2 weeks. Baltimore's probably going to end up winning the AFC North. We'll take a look at who they'll be lined up in the playoffs. But Russ needs to figure it out, and he needs to figure it out quick.
Yeah.
What about this Kansas City defense, too? 5 sacks. Dominant. Only allowing 10 points.
We've seen a lot of that. We've seen the defenses have been stepping up this week. I mean, we've seen a shutout. We've seen almost a shutout with the 2 points. So, I mean, yeah, Kansas City, like I've been down on them saying luck this, luck that, but after watching them this weekend, they played good football on both sides of the ball. I mean, Pittsburgh punted their first two possessions and then throw a pick on their third. So, I mean, they started off hot and stopping them, shutting them down. I mean, 10 points. I was expecting this to be at least, higher 20s, low 30s, but I'd have to say it looks like I'm going to be eating my words about these Kansas City Chiefs. I don't like saying it, but they looked really good. They did. Sorry.
And then another big topic that's been going around is the MVP award. Is it Josh Allen's? Is it Lamar Jackson's? Is it Saquon Barkley's? Probably 5 weeks ago, everybody declared Josh Allen as the MVP. They felt like it was his award to lose. And Josh Allen hasn't performed bad in the last few weeks. It's just Lamar Jackson continues to take his game to another notch, another level. And I really hope that the NFL voters and whoever gets the vote upon the MVP for the National Football League don't make the mistake in awarding Josh Allen the MVP because they feel like it's the right thing to do or because Lamar Jackson already has to. I think that'd be terrible for football, terrible for the sport, and I just don't want to see it happen. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not a Lamar Jackson fan. I'm not a Josh Allen fan. I'm a football fan. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. I just don't. I think it's a bad look if you give someone an award like, and this is going to be very controversial. Damar Hamlin, a couple years ago, he died on the field. He died on the field, which is a terrible, terrible thing. And for him to make it all the way back to the NFL and play is awesome. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But they gave him the Comeback Player of the Year award. And I just don't believe that he didn't have no tackles, no, you know what I mean? He had no stats to support this.
Right.
And I mean, it's supposed to be the person that comes back and performs at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's amazing that he came back, and I'm so glad that he came back, and for him and his family, awesome, you know what I mean? But you can't change the narrative. You can't change the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start changing the rules for things, it messes things up. And the fact that you gave him the award, it's like a participation award.
Yeah.
Because he played a game, you get a trophy. And I don't want to see the NFL turn into that. And I'm really hoping, because I'm pretty sure, I don't have the numbers in front of me. Maybe Mike does. But I'm pretty sure that Lamar Jackson's numbers are superior pretty much around the board to Josh Allen's.
So, yeah, I mean, Jackson's looking at he's 45 yards shy of 4,000 passing yards. He's got 39 touchdowns with only 4 picks, 121 pass rating, 8.95 yards per attempt, and he's almost to 1,000 yards rushing. He's at 852 with a 6.55 average and 4 rushing touchdowns. Now, that's 336 more rushing yards than Allen, 406 more passing yards than Allen, and 43 total touchdowns compared to Allen's 37. Regardless of the record, regardless of the team's record, Jackson has earned the MVP. He really has. Like you said, when did we start giving awards to people who didn't win? And yes, Josh Allen has had incredible games. He's broken NFL records that have never been broken. And yeah, he looks fantastic. They look great. But at the end of the day, when you got a quarterback that's all their numbers are better than yours, I mean, how can you consciously give the MVP to Josh Allen? I mean, I'd say I've been sitting here for a few weeks talking about I'd give it to Saquon. And it's not a running back. It's not a running back award, and I get that. But he's done amazing things. But at the same time, Barkley would have had to have not only beat Dickerson's record, but he would have had to go pretty far over. He would have had to have some of those rushing touchdowns from Jalen. It just isn't enough. He just didn't do enough touchdown wise. I mean, I think he could have got away with it if he breaks the record. But the touchdown thing, he only had 1 fumble. That's a highlight. But at the end of the day, you cannot overlook Jackson. You just can't do it, regardless of if he's won it twice already. It doesn't matter. If he's got the numbers and he's the best, he's the best. I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And if you do give it to Allen just because Allen hasn't won one, I feel like you're hurting Lamar Jackson's legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say that Lamar Jackson ever plays at this level again?
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson could get a serious injury, and he might never get an opportunity to be the MVP of the league again. So, are you willing to tarnish one player's legacy to prop somebody else's? I hope the NFL doesn't make that mistake. There's still a couple games left, and maybe Josh Allen can make up some ground. But right now, I believe wholeheartedly Lamar Jackson is the MVP of the league.
Yeah,
and I think Saquon Barkley has a legitimate case for MVP. I think he needs 160 yards per game to break the record. What I think hurt Saquon the most is Jalen Hurts stealing his touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Jalen Hurts got over 13 touchdowns on the year. I mean, even if Saquon had 7 of those, that's a game changer, you know what I mean? So that definitely hurts. But Saquon's had a fabulous year. He'll probably be the NFC Offensive Player of the Year, which that's a nice award, and it's well deserved.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think he could have had a little more receptions yards. He had 276, and only 2 touchdowns off of the receptions. I think he could do better with that. I think he can be a better outlet for Jalen when he's back, obviously. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't have bad numbers. It's just those touchdowns, man. It really, I mean, for him to have a year he's having and only have 1 fumble, that says a lot in itself. So that touchdown thing really does stick to your mind a little bit. So,
I mean, absolutely. I mean, all right. What else do we got on tap? What's our records, Mikey? It's getting down to crunch time.
All right. I am 70-31. Wait, I didn't update it. Crap. I got it right here, big ball. All right, so we both picked Green Bay. Green Bay won. That puts you there. Okay, you went 8-6 this week. I went 10 and well, no, that ain't- yeah, 8-6, and I went 10-4. So that's gonna bring me up to 80 and 35, and that brings you up to 81 and 34.
Only one game separating us with 2 weeks to go. Getting very interesting, folks. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Remember about the January 1st $1,000 giveaway. And I'm at 484 subscribers on the Finn Posse podcast. I get the 500. I'm giving away $2,000. So make sure to tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors, tell everyone. Tell everyone.
Be here.
I also got to get my sound figured out so I can sound better on a regular basis. I got all the equipment. I spend the money to do it. I'm just not very technically inclined. But I'll get there. I'll get it done, and we're gonna have a real clean sounding show. I got a podcast room in the works, so things are moving along. I'm also got some other updated equipment I'm gonna purchase. So moving on up, bigger and better things. Speaking of which, hit the kids cash app, little love for us all. Because
Do it.
again, YouTube doesn't, we don't get paid through YouTube. We don't got the fancy sponsors, not yet anyway. So anything you guys can help us out with, greatly appreciated. It'll go right back into the show. And this is the giving season.
It is. I mean, he's doing giveaway too, man. So
Yeah, man. Yeah. So let's take a look at this week's games.
games. Where you want to start? Ooh.
That way we can also know what the playoff positioning is going to look like.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. So we have the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots. Who do you like there, Michael?
Well, I mean, I like the Chargers. I'm a little concerned because the Patriots, they look a lot better. They've been same thing with Carolina. These two teams are the bottom, towards the bottom, other than my Giants, of course. But they have been playing better football. Drake May's looking good, and I don't know, man. Carolina just they're finding ways to keep everything close, and so I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked.
Carolina's not in this game, Michael.
I know. I was talking about Panthers.
It's the Chargers and the Patriots.
Oh, Patrick. Oh my God. Sorry. Oh, I was comparing the Panthers to the Patriots. My bad. And
yeah, I know. Then you started just talking about the Panthers.
I know. My bad. Yeah, I got the Chargers. I'm gonna go Chargers. I almost picked Pats, but I went Chargers.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a chance to catch up here. I'm going the Patriots.
Okay.
So just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna click on the Patriots to see if it mixes things up a little bit.
Okay.
Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. Cincinnati needs to win this to keep their playoff hopes alive. If Denver wins it, they secure their playoff spot. Who do you got?
I like Cincy. I think Joe Burrow is very capable of putting up points, but I'm also a little nervous about Denver. They've been kind of falling back, in my opinion. I'm still gonna go Denver. I like that. I like that defense, and Cincy's defense really isn't all that impressive. So I think Denver pulls this one off by at least a touchdown.
I'm taking Cincy. I think that Denver's defense is fantastic. I think Cincinnati's offense is that much better. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, they know if they lose, they're out. This is a must-have, and I think Cincy takes it.
Fair enough.
We got Arizona and the Rams. If the Rams win, they secure that division. Cardinals lost a heartbreaker to the Panthers last week, costing them a opportunity at a playoff spot. Very shocked that the Panthers have looked fantastic in the last month. But I definitely expected Arizona to win that game. Who do you like in this one?
I got the Rams. I think they clinched that spot, buddy. I
like the
just
Rams.
haven't seen enough. Arizona's just been so inconsistent that it's just too much for me to overlook. You said you got the Rams too?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Then we got them garbage dumpster lickers, the New York Jets, against the Buffalo Jills.
There we go.
I'm going with Buffalo this week.
Oh, yeah. I'm going with Buffalo, too. I mean, Jets are done. They have nothing to really play for. Aaron's magic isn't there, at least this year. Can't speak on next year, but Buffalo is just too much for the Jets. The Buffalo.
Oh, then we got Tennessee at Jacksonville. These next two games are ugly. I don't even know who to pick in these ones.
I know. I might just flip a coin on this one. Oh, man.
Who are you taking?
I'm going to take the Titans. They've seemed like they had a little bit more life in them as of late. So I'm going to go Titans.
I'm going to take the Titans too. That way I can't lose a game. Because I have no idea who's going to win that game.
Yeah, then
we got the Raiders at the Saints. The Raiders have been hot garbage. They pulled out a victory last week. The Saints, Derek Carr and Kamara are out. I don't know who to pick in this one either. Who you like, Mikey?
I don't want to pick the Saints, so I think I'm going the other way. Yes, sir. I'm gonna go the Raiders because they're every week in and week out. The Raiders they want to win. You can see it in them. They try to win. They don't go out there and give half. They play the game. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Who'd you take?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Okay,
I'm going the Saints.
This is a make or break week.
Colts at the New York Football Giants.
Colts.
Yeah, Indianapolis needs to win to stay alive. You taking the Colts?
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts. Giants are checked out. They're
New York Football Giants.
Brother, they're looking to lock up Shador, bro. They're checked out. They're checked out. We should have good things to talk about next year, hopefully.
All right, we got Dallas, who sat down CeeDee Lamb for the rest of the year, and we got the Eagles without Jalen Hurts. We've seen how that worked out for him last week. Who do you like?
There's some tough ones this week. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, if Jalen Hurts was playing, it'd be an easy pick. You know what I mean? But
I know, and that's what really makes it tough. I'm still I'm still taking Philly. I'm still going to take Philly. I'm hoping their defense can.
Yeah, I'm going to take Philly too. I think Saquon does enough. And Dallas is without their best player, so.
Yes, sir.
Then we got the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Carolina's looked phenomenal last month. They don't got a lot of wins to back it up, but they've definitely been playing better. Bryce Young's definitely been playing better against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who dropped a game last week, which was kind of disappointing.
Mhm.
I like Tampa in this one. I think they get back on track and end up winning this division. You like Tampa too?
I do like Tampa, buddy. I definitely do.
Hello?
You can't hear me? Hello?
Got the yeah,
Oh,
I can hear you now.
okay.
I can hear you.
Tampa Bay.
We got the Miami Dolphins at the Cleveland Browns. Miami's run game came alive last week. Miami's got the second or third best quarterback in the whole league on their team. I think Miami handles Cleveland. It's supposed to be cold and rainy. I'm going to go Miami.
Yep. I'm going to take Miami as well. I think Tua needs to step it up a little bit more. A-Chain's been playing pretty decent. I think the Dolphins take this over Cleveland. It seems like the whole Cleveland thing was over without Winston. Yeah. Yep. I'm not fair about it. I don't think Cleveland's going to do jack diddly squat. Now if they played Winston, I'll probably be like, ooh, I might have a little tough one with that one. But ooh, I got them fins, baby.
And then we got probably the game of the weekend. We got the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Man, this is a tough one, bro.
Loving Green Bay coming off a shutoff victory.
Who do you like?
Held teams 20 points, 5 of their last 6. I fought with this one. I did because I wanted to go Green Bay, but I think Minnesota is going to steal this at the end. So I got Minnesota 30-27. I really do.
I like Minnesota too. I think their defense is going to cause problems for Jordan Love, and I think they end up winning the game.
Yep.
Atlanta Falcons at the Washington Commanders. Washington upset the Philadelphia Eagles last week. Jane Daniels looked phenomenal. Atlanta got a big win over the New York Giants, but it was against the New York Giants. Besides that, he wasn't very impressive in my opinion. I think they made a mistake moving on from Kirk Cousins so close to playoff time with the division on the line. I like the Commanders in this one.
Yeah, I do too. Commanders have scored 26 plus points 5 of the last 7 games. Defense has been looking fairly better the last few weeks. I just don't think Penix has the experience or the ability to sit there and come in and lead them to a victory. Like you said, they played the Giants. We're checked out. So I got Washington 27-24.
And then we got the Detroit Lions going up against San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco team just not played 49er football at all this year. So many injuries, so many setbacks. They're a better team than what their record says they are, but I don't think they can keep up with Detroit. Detroit's just on another level this year. So I like Detroit to win this game, but San Francisco is not as bad as what their record says they are.
No, I agree. Goff has been playing some good football. Impressive win last week. Detroit's first in points per game in this game to San Fran's 16th. Second in pass yards a game compared to San Fran's 11. They've been riddled with injuries. It's been tough, but still, Detroit has enough of their team together to where you barely notice. You might notice against a top tier team, but I think Detroit takes this one 34-27.
So let's take a playoffs. Kansas City is the first seed. Buffalo stays at 2. Baltimore at 3. Texans at 4. Them Houston Texans are going to be out first round. They've been terrible. They're overrated. They're not very good. Number 5 is Pittsburgh. 6 is the Chargers. 7 is the Broncos. Over in the NFC, we got the Lions at 1, Philly at 2, the Rams at 3, the Bucks at 4, Minnesota at 5, the Commanders at 6, and Green Bay at 7. I'm curious if in week 18, let's take a look at something. Let's say the Denver Broncos lose.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the Chargers somehow lose. I'm just curious if both the Broncos and Chargers can still miss the playoffs. Let's say the Colts lose. I wonder if the Bengals and the Dolphins can make the playoffs. No. The Chargers would be in over them. What about if... Where is the Colts game? What's the Colts win? So the Broncos, and if the Broncos and the Chargers both lose tomorrow, they can technically both miss the playoffs still, which is absolutely crazy. But that's for another time. As of right now, they're still in. The Broncos playoffs hopes are really going to depend on what up, buddy? What up? How you doing? Carolina been feisty lately, and it's a division game. Yeah, absolutely. Carolina, Bryce Young's really turned it around. Everybody was calling for his neck. I thought for sure he was going to be traded or released at one point. But yeah. Are you trying to say the Browns are going to beat the Dolphins? You a little salty because we beat you up last week? You a little salty?
Oh, man.
That's all right. That's all right. You can be a little salty because we put the hammer down on you last week.
Oh, man.
It's cool. It's cool.
Too cool.
Nah, I don't see the Miami Dolphins losing to the Cleveland Browns. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Game pick guarantee. Game changers.
Yeah. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. $1,000 giveaway on the 1st. Make sure you check it out. Again, if the Thin Posse podcast gets up to 500 subscribers, I need 16 more. I'll give out an extra $1,000. So that's $2,000 given out. 2. Who wants the moolah?
I'll take it. Just saying. Oh, here we go. It's upside down.
Yeah, beat yeah.
Yeah.
Champ is here. The champ is here. This is what I'm gonna do when I win the pick battle.
Oh yeah, okay.
When I win the yearly pick battle. The champ is here. Yeah. The big game I'm looking forward to this weekend is that Minnesota Green Bay game.
Yep.
I think that should be a phenomenal game.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
kind of hoping that Green Bay wins it. But, I mean,
I've been thinking that too. Like, I wanted to pick Green Bay, but it just, I don't know. You ever get that feeling? It just, I don't know.
the only feeling I got right now is kidney stone.
I know Darnold's taken 3+ sacks a game for the last like 4 or 5 games, so that makes me a little concerned for me picking the Vikings. Green Bay's on 30+ points a game for 5 straight games. So I mean, either way, this game should be a banger. It should definitely be interesting.
Well, Green Bay's defense is sneaky good, but I would have to say Minnesota's defense is probably superior. Brian Flores got some boys ready to play on a weekly basis. They're a very strong team.
Yeah, the Packers secondary has held 5 of the last 7 QBs they've played to less than 215 net yards. So I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, those are numbers that like Russ is putting up, those lower numbers. So yeah, if they're holding, that's a good secondary. That's a good secondary. I hope.
Yes, sir.
I hope I picked right. I hope I picked right.
Keep a lookout tomorrow. I'll probably release. I'm going to be releasing a preview for the Dolphins and the Browns game. So keep an eye out.
I'll have to check that out.
And we will be back Monday. Any final words there, Michael? Michael Motorcycle?
Hey, man. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Thanks for kicking it with us on the Blitz for episode 37. I hope everybody had a happy Christmas. Everybody got home safe. I love you guys. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Remember, hit up my page, Good Iron Giants Podcast, over on my page. But yeah, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a safe holiday, and we'll catch you on Monday.
Monday. Are you streaming any games this week, Michael?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I don't think I have the kids, so I'm gonna be in here. I might do a little bit of everybody. I might do the red zone. Might just call red zone, call all the games.
Nice. All right, folks.
Are you calling your game?
Yeah, I'll be here for the Dolphins and Browns game.
Okay.
Yeah, check for the preview tomorrow. And besides that, we'll see you Monday. Remember, January 1st, it's coming up. It's rapidly approaching. What's it, next Wednesday?
Yeah, I think so. Yes,
that's
sir.
That's only 2 blitzes away. One blitz away.
What?
It's only 1 blitz away. And remember, if the Finn Posse podcast gets up to 500, I'm giving out 2. Needs 16 subscribers. Get it, boy. Get it.
Get it.
And hopefully I get this damn audio figured out before next show. But until next time.
And also, though, but before you go, we will be switching to just streaming the Blitz on the Game Changers NFL Podcast Network. So,
yes,
we're going to have to figure that out. Everybody who wants to watch the Blitz is going to have to catch us on Game Changers NFL Podcast at YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Almost forgot.
Yes,
Sorry.
sir. No,
close it out, buddy.
Yeah. But anyway, be good to your pets.
Be good to your pets.
And the stray ones.
Even the stray.
Until next time. Peace!
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. E-double-L, I said so, I keep big bills up in my hood on the dirty like Blitz. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full line. Ain't it too I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Have some not so nice friends, kick the door